Afri Global, it's the Afri Global Cooperation Program. It's Africa on the global market. So Afri Global, we are a bridge, we are a vehicle between the investors and the startups or the entrepreneurs. So we are bringing a solution to connect the investors and the startups, because we are bringing something special in the country or in Africa. I know some of the people have been doing this, but also it's our part to contribute for the economy of the country, for the economy of Africa. You know, when you look for the USA almost 70 billion, the government of US, they are investing in startups. When you look for China almost 60.6 billion, they invest in startups. When you go to UK, 32.2 billion, the UK, they're investing in this. When you go to India 28.8 billion, they invest in this. Afri Global, we want to bring those parties, the investors, the startups, we bring them on the board because people are struggling to access for the information. People don't have information. People don't know that there is angel investors. But do you know that we have angel investors in Rwanda? We have capital ventures in Rwanda. We have some people who can buy shares in your company. We have people who can buy your company. Maybe your company, when you calculate everything, maybe it's 5 million USD. Someone can give you 10 million USD, then you move, you open another company. But people don't have information. People don't have connection. So Afri Global, we are really committed to connect these people, the startups and investors, so that everyone can gain. Another thing, people have ideas, they don't have money. People have money, they don't have ideas. So how can you bring those two parties on the board? So Afri Global, we are there to facilitate that. We bring them on the board so that they can pitch when the one side interested, they can buy shares. Another thing, it's all about capacity building. We want to train people to know how paying tax is very, very important. As a citizen, you need to have a lawyer as a company. You need to have an office, you need to have a staff, you need to have this and this. So the capacity building is also very, very important. So Afri Global, we are bringing something special because some of the companies, they are not interested for the capacity building. They just pick a staff from there, they train 1 day, 2 days, and finally you start working, and you start working when you don't know what you're doing. So we are very serious on that. Another thing, we need to empower these people in terms of mentorship. So we want to empower people to mentor them, so that they can do business in a professional way. They can do business on the international way. We don't want people to do business in a local way. We've been doing this since 60s, 50s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, but now this is a new generation. So the new generation have to bring something new. They have to bring the innovations. So Afri Global, we are here to facilitate, to support our fellow comrades, our fellow colleagues. Because when you talk about Vision 2050, that's upper income. Upper income, these people, they have contributed for the economy of the country. When we talk about Vision 2035, the middle income, these are the people who have to contribute, because 70%, these are young people in this country. These are young people in this continent. So we need to empower them so that they can be doing business to support the ecosystem, so that you can help to get many people get job. Almost maybe between 3 to 15, that's the government employ 3 to 15. So 85% or maybe 90, these are private sector. Now, if we don't bring the ecosystem, if we don't bring across the private sector to empower these people, we'll be again talking that we have a problem, people don't have job. So Afri Global, we are one of the partners that we need to find a solution to see that people can get jobs. So that's what really we are bringing on the board. And as I said, also incubators and the hubs that we want to build, so that we'll be bringing the investors to find these people on the village, not just coming to Kigali, because not all people have access to coming to Kigali. So we have to meet these people on the district level, maybe on the sector level, maybe on the... I was telling you, can we have an example, like in a village, Mudugudu? Let's have some people who are doing business, the investors in Mudugudu, or maybe some elders, the opinion leaders, and they say, we have someone here, you have a project of 5 million, or maybe 2 million. I believe one of the cities here in Kigali, we can get some money so that we can support the young person who is already on Mudugudu. We support him or her so that he can grow. So these things can work, but starting from the village to the cell, to the sector, to the district, and to the national level. We are targeting between 30,000 startups or maybe 50,000, but let's say 50,000. That's what we are targeting in 5 years. In 5 years, at least we are saying that if each startups have 5 staff, but there might be one startup have like 100 staff, but let's say 5 staff, that means in 5 years we'll be having 250 staff. So that would be a very good contribution for the economy of the country and the economy of the Africa. And this is just for Rwanda, and we want to do this in other African countries because the Afri Global is in the Africa and the global market. Again, in the next 10 years, we need to have at least 300,000. 300,000 in the next 10 years. Now 300,000, if we multiply by 5, which means in the next 10 years, we'll have a solution of 1.5 million. Actually, for us in capacity building, when we have conferences, seminars, when we have workshops, we'll have some partners. And the partners will support or to organize those workshops, the conferences, and so the partners, they might be the government, they might be the private sector, they might be the civil society, they might be international organization, they might be different. So for us, we are focusing on capacity building. That's where we are going to get the profit. Then when we finish and someone graduate, I don't mean as a degree, graduate for the accessing them, will give the shareholder, the investor. When someone pitch and get interested, then at least in future we'll have a contract with that person. Hey guys, someone invested money in your company and you get information from Afri Global. Let's say now we are giving you 2 years without anything. In the next 3 years, at least you need to give something for Afri Global because Afri Global connected you to the investors. But we want for the first 1 year, 2 years, this person needs him or her to work. Then 3 years, he have to come back and give back to the community. Maybe that person will facilitate us to have a conference of another people, another cohort. Because now we have a program called a business clinic cohort. So maybe those people will support the business clinic cohort, maybe in Musanze. Because we supported him or we supported her for the last 3 years, now she's capable to support the capacity building, the mentorship program, maybe we have a workshop. That's what we are looking for. We don't want to, people are struggling to get money as a beginning. What you need to do, you need to impact people. When you impact people, then the return will come. So what we are focusing now is to see what we can do. But of course, in capacity building, we'll have some partners to organize that. At the end of the day, we have something to do. Afri Global, that's not where we are 24 hours. No. We have something to do. We have our work, but this is we are giving back to the community. And we are bringing a solution which is going to help us, more especially when everything goes well, then we'll have a big return through the people we supported.